Hey guys, I thought I would go over a Donald Trump versus Jim Webb prediction map as to why I made certain calls in specific states. The results were not at all what many people expected. Many people thought that it would either be a Jim Webb landslide or Donald Trump landslide. States like West Virginia were too close to call on my election night, and there's reasoning behind it, and I'm going to go through it in this video. Sorry about not getting a video out today. I have the most homework I've had all year, so yeah, and tomorrow I may or may not get a video out. I'll try to record one tonight if I finish all my homework on time. I'll try to record one tonight because I'm going to a watch party for a mayoral election. So yeah, so let's just go through this map. Obvious states that went to Webb. Um, states that voted for Hillary Clinton overwhelmingly. All the safe Democratic states. We're going to go through the safe Republican states in just a minute. But yeah, overall, these are all the safe Democratic states. I'm not done just yet. New York, Vermont, Maine. I'm gonna leave one as a toss-up because oops, wrong one. Leave that one as a toss-up. Then I'm gonna go through all the safe Trump states. Oh, I'm at 1% on my phone. Can't use that for reference. But yeah, all the safe Trump states. Oops. Nope, not West Virginia. Not this time. Force of habit. So yeah, these are all essentially the safe, except for down here. I forgot about these states real quick. And then Colorado's a toss-up. Arizona's technically a toss-up. Nevada, not really. Georgia, not really. All these states. Actually, Ohio I'm going to give just to Trump for now because of his overwhelming victory in 2016, and I gave it to Donald Trump by around 5%, so I would give it to him. New Hampshire's there's not really a toss-up up there, because of the drug-infested den comment really hurt, in my view. So when that came out, oops, I think my volume was up, so if you guys hear like a background notification of Hangouts, I'm closing it right now just in case because I've been talking to people about the mock election community. So yeah, so yesterday I did Eric Holder, I believe, versus Donald Trump. You're going to be seeing more predictions like that, but in the future I'll be doing some Mike Pence videos and things like that. So if you watched my Jim Webb versus Donald Trump election night, if you haven't, I suggest you go see it. But it's a good video in my opinion. But the reasoning behind a lot of these calls were because Jim Webb was formerly a Republican. Jim Webb is alright. Yeah, I need to close this out. Alright, sorry about that. He's formerly a Republican, and he's also extremely well known amongst the Democratic Party for being a conservative Democrat. I mean, he said he wouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton for, forever how long. And he was pretty much popular in the Republican Party. He only switched because of a couple arguments within the party, and then with the Virginia Senate race, things like that. He served under President Ronald Reagan, so that definitely could help him with a lot of conservative voters. Remember that. President Trump does not have that really Reagan appeal other than the fact that he's a Republican. I think Jim Webb could take some of those voters, but we do have a changing demographics. A lot of the millennials in 2020 won't look to Reagan as, say, an example for the future of the United States. They won't look for another Reagan. They'll look for someone new, someone inspiring to them, someone who hasn't been in politics for a long time. So, except for the fact that they chose Bernie Sanders, who's the longest-serving United States independent senator, but besides that, they always look for new candidates, new millennials. So yeah, let's just keep going through this. The reasoning behind the West Virginia being too close to call, we know it went for Trump, but I think it would have been extremely close. He's very popular in West Virginia and Virginia, and I definitely think Webb could easily peel off those coal mine voters, and all the voters that he got support from. If he didn't drop out, I think he could have taken away a lot of the Bernie Sanders vote from the conservative Democrats who didn't like Hillary Clinton, or the West Virginia Democrats, because Jim Webb is extremely popular in these states because of his background, where he came from, and West Virginia is not a partisan state as much as you might think. They may have voted for Trump by 30%, but they also have a Democratic senator and a former Democratic governor who won't get reelected because he switched parties, which this is not likely to happen for his reelection. But let's keep going through this. Virginia, his home state, going to him, obviously. Colorado and Nevada, those were the ones I gave to him because I think that he would take the states Hillary Clinton won and expand on them. The reasoning behind it, he would be perceived better. I mean, he may or may not unify the Democratic Party per se, but he won't be as bad as Hillary Clinton is when we're talking about likability. If we're looking at Arizona, that one went to Trump because I don't think Jim Webb can turn out that Latino vote that he needs to win. That's the same reason with the state of Florida. There's no real Latino vote. But after the hurricanes, that one could become more of a toss-up than we thought, but I do think Trump would be able to take it over Webb. The reasoning behind the Rust Belt calls, Wisconsin and Michigan were closer than Pennsylvania, vote total-wise. I do think that Webb could peel away a lot of the voters, and if we look at President Trump's approval rating in key states, like Wisconsin, he has -12 approval rating, meaning 12% more people disapprove than approve of him. It's the same in North Carolina, which is the reason why I gave it to Jim Webb. The reason why I gave Jim Webb the state of North Carolina is because I think that Jim Webb could take over the voters from North Carolina by appealing to the Ronald Reagan base, appealing to the conservative Democratic base, while also taking Donald Trump's disapproval rating. Right now in Pennsylvania, he's less disapproved than in North Carolina, but North Carolina voted for him more. Things like that. And then Georgia, I don't think that Webb can turn out the African-American vote that he needs to win. In Maine, I think he can bring back those voters by appealing to the rural voters that Obama appealed to, that past Democrats have appealed to. And overall, in the state of Maine, Donald Trump's approval rating is at a -17. So disapprove is 17% higher than approve. So that's not good news for him. But Pennsylvania, I would give to him because I don't think Webb could really appeal to that part of the white working class. I think you actually need someone from that area, but I do think he can flip back one of the closer states, Michigan, and one of the closer states, Wisconsin and Michigan. But Pennsylvania, I do think that it could stay. People were asking me, how did Pennsylvania stay, and North Carolina didn't? The reasoning behind that is North Carolina disapproves of the president more at this moment in time, and I do think that in Pennsylvania, I think they'll slightly put him over the edge here. And in North Carolina, I think that conservative Democratic base will help him better than in Pennsylvania. So thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. If I don't do a live stream tonight, I'm going to finish up my homework so I can get another video done. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.